basically it's black and white. For dark colors, what the
Oh, okay.
Hi everyone, welcome to iGd. As you notice, iGd has been making a lot of videos to help out homeowners at home. So if you don't want to miss out on this, subscribe. Yeah! Today we're going to talk about how to save costs with design. So how do you save money with design? First of all, let's talk about bulbs. We always use bulbs at home. Let's talk about the first one is bulb. Now we do have, nowadays we do have energy saving bulb, right?
Yes.
So this energy saving bulb, it could actually save up energy up to 60 to 70% of electricity in your household. So you'll be surprised how much you can save because of this. And the second thing we're going to talk about is also natural lighting. How do you use natural lighting to be an advantage to us? The basic natural lighting rule is that you have 10% of window exposed in a room. Let's say you have 200 square feet of space. You will need roughly about 40 square feet of light coming in. So 40 square feet would be a window or your opening in the room. So how do that save energy for you? So that will save energy for you when it's daytime. So this daytime, you rely on this natural lighting to do your daily work, daily tasks or your activities in the room. So you don't have to on your lighting.
你要讲省钱，就是在白天的时候尽量不要开灯。不要开灯，你就可以省掉大概是20% electric fees。你不用开电嘛，你不用开电就是省电咯。
So next we're moving to air conditioning. I know all of you might abuse air conditioning. I don't know how, like 24/7 or something.
No aircon, no life.
Actually, you could save energy from this by reducing by 1 degree. You could save up to 7 to 8% of energy used daily in a room. So if you were to do your work in a room, you would save by reducing 1 degree. So you realize how much you can save in a month. You can actually save up to 10%. So that's a lot. So because of that, it comes down to window and natural lighting. Now it comes down to heat. So how this works together is that every time when you have heat, you will surely use curtains. But curtains, in a sense, you must apply shear. If you don't have curtain shear, how do you reflect the light or how do you conserve the energy of the aircon? How does all this play together? So actually, basically, having curtains is actually two functions.
Yes.
So the first function is you have two layers. So one is the shear, which is the one which you can see through slightly, and the one is the thicker one, which the light doesn't go through that much.
Yes.
So this tool has two functions actually. The first function is if you open all, okay, full blast of natural lighting coming in. Bright, everything, but sometimes it gets too bright, so you need to pull out the shear. Okay, once you pull out the shear, it reduces the light, which is good. So the second function is that when it gets too hot, you have two layers to cover for you. So, talking about ventilation. So how do you save even further for the aircon? So when you turn on the aircon, you realize that the space is very hot and humid. So how do you take that out? One of the method is that you face the fan outwards to the window, okay, and you direct all the heat out first, and then once the heat gets out to the room, and then now you can actually turn on the aircon and you save you even more. Because if you rotate this heat around the room, it will just stay there and it takes a longer time for this humid to get out of your room. That's why if you realize some houses, if you go, they do not on the aircon, but they have their front door open wide, and that actually ventilates the room and it makes it cooler. Of course, not everyone having the front door open. Some people might have their window open. It's because the way the houses are positioned. It's because the positioning of the house, sometimes wind don't come in from the front door. They come in from the side window. So because of that, they open the side window instead. So keep in mind ventilation is very important at this point. The main concept of this ventilating system, you can actually check out Malay houses. Maybe you do some research yourself. How Malay houses ventilate the heat out of the space. They have their own space in the middle, and then they have their bottom raised up. Why is that? Maybe do some research on that. So next we're moving into refrigerator. Everyone has a refrigerator at home. So because of that, this is another save cost tips that we're gonna give. So having a refrigerator at home, you basically know that you just basically chuck in things like this one, that one, this one, that one. This food cannot finish, put inside. But how do you actually make it energy efficient in a way? The first tips is that you actually cool down the food first before you place it in. So having the food hot, placing it in, and the sensor will notice that the heat is increasing, so more energy it is used to pump air into it and cooling it down. The idea is to have the fridge maybe around roughly 80% or below of things inside, so that you will actually save energy because of that. If you have it at 100%, I don't think you'll save energy because the air doesn't ventilate much, and you keep the sensor will keep repeating itself of the hot air going around and around and around and around. It takes a long time for you to cool all the things inside. So basically, refrigerator is basically like a room. So in a sense that when you have the room not ventilated and it's still hot, it takes a longer time for you to recover this cool air coming in. So it same goes to the refrigerator. If you do not have enough ventilation, you keep repeating the air. So please do not put hot food or straight chuck everything in and increase the capacity and everything. Please leave your food below 80%. So now we are actually posting videos weekly. So please continue to watch and tune in for more info and tips for everyone. So those of you in Malaysia, I think there's one thing to take note also. Things with like your refrigerator or air conditioning and all those. Things with the label they can see, like it's rated 5-star or maybe more stars.
By who?
Suruhanjaya Tenaga. Those which have the label on, they will save energy even more, which is certified so-called. So take note of that when you buy a new refrigerator or air conditioning and all those. Please look for the label so you save more energy in your household.